Reec. The homie Reec. You already know, man. It's Taylor Gang, I die.
Who you with?
Reec.
Yeah. Who you with?
Who you with?
Hey, we right here with it, man. Back at you again. Reec Show Live, broadcasting from Media Campus West. We have a wonderful special guest in the building. This lady is just making it rain and change all across the car world and beyond. She just wrote a book recently. We're going to talk about that. And she has a show on the way. So we definitely want to welcome her to the Media Campus family. Without further ado, we have the lady dealer in the building, Miss Michelle Briscoe, right here. What's up, Mama?
Yes,
how you doing?
sir. How are you?
I'm good. You looking fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you. So glad to be here.
There it is. She thought she was coming to the Met Gala. All right. There we go. I like this custom outfit. So let's go ahead and get right into it, because you're a woman in finance, and we don't see that a whole lot.
Yes.
So how did you fall into this? Because you started off in computer information systems.
Yes.
What switch was this?
So I decided to move to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And when I moved here, I actually worked for a debt consolidation company.
Okay.
Unbeknown to me, my license was not active in Georgia, so I had to use my degree once again.
Pivot.
So I worked for a company called Reliant Health. They're like serial entrepreneurs. But the department that I worked for, they decided to dissolve that particular section. And only 9 months of me being here in Atlanta, I got laid off from my job.
Wow.
And, well, the entire department was let go. So one of the other, I call him my cube mate, my Jewish brother, Josh, sends me a text message. And he's like, oh, call my buddy. You know, his name's Tony. He's over at a dealership. I'm like all puffy with pride. I'm like, I'm not going to go work at a dealership. But I was like looking at Georgia Power and, you know, all my bills and
said
stuff.
Georgia Power won't give you lights free.
I said, let me check this out. And went on the interview. They hired me on the spot, and I was very reluctant, very scared and hesitant, but nonetheless, I did take the job, and the rest was history.
That's it. Let me hit the hype bell for that. So
Yeah.
I know you're a woman, have a degree, you moved to this city, got this nice job, that doesn't work out. Move to another nice job, that doesn't work out. You get a call from Josh, and he says, hit up my guy Tony. You go over here, you take this interview. Tell me about this process, because I'm reluctant about working at a dealership. Was it just the stigma of being a car dealership, or was it the sales part of it, or what was it?
All of the above. The stigma that I had a very negative impression about car dealers, the dealers that I interacted with and bought cars from in the past. I hated car dealers. So it was a very, very negative connotation. And again, I have a degree, so I was filled with pride a little bit. Like, this is beneath me. Like, I'm not going to go do this. But it has been a life-changing opportunity. Changed all of the preconceptions that I had about the car business. Okay. And there was a woman car salesperson, but I'd never seen a woman in finance. And you know, the day of the interview, again, still reluctant. It looked like a little bit of chaos. Guys obviously standing at the door waiting on me to come in, and yeah, it was really different. Not coming from a corporate environment and background. It was a little loose to me, and but it's the norm now.
It's every day now, right?
Love the organized chaos, But I love the car business. It's one of the best career decisions I've ever made.
That's awesome.
The absolute best.
That's awesome. I know it's a lot of ladies that may be watching now, and a lot of ladies that have not had a good experience with cars. Rest her soul, one of my best friends, she passed not too long ago, but she went to buy a car, and they tried to charge her like $15,000 over a sticker. And she called me. She was like, "Hey, I'm about to get this car. This is the price." I was like, "Don't do anything else. I'm on the way." And I shot over there. And I was like, "Come on!" Like, I'm looking at the blue book on this car. And you got it marked up, so we ended up getting it worked out. Good. But I know a lot of women may have gone through that type of experience.
Right. And they don't have a Reec, or, you know, I do try to look out for my clients. But yeah, when they come in, I get the story out of them, many of which have come to our dealership after having a bad experience at another dealership the same day. Yeah. And like, I walked around the dealership, no one greeted me, and so she decided to walk out. Another lady just felt very uncomfortable. She didn't understand, and she just felt that they were just trying to move her along really fast and not answer any questions. So she didn't feel really heard. But the stories are unlimited.
Yeah.
Of so many different women that went to buy a car by themselves and just felt that they were taken advantage of, or they didn't understand what was going on.
I get it.
So I'm definitely glad to be present and be able to change the narrative of dealers.
That's cool. So being not just a dealer, the lady dealer. I'm not gonna say the lady dealer. She's doing it real huge. Now I know you're in finance. I know now it's a different type of situation because you're making sure the money gets in both sides. You know, but before, when you were actually slinging cars, you were dealing, right? What was kind of your approach?
My approach is, I love people. I'm a people person.
Yeah, I can tell because you came in here smelling all good, hair flowing. I thought the wind was blowing, but her hair was just...
You know what?
You know what I'm saying? It's just her regular everyday.
I love people. I'm like a people magnet. So I get in, I find some type of common ground. I notice if they have a college, paraphernalia with maybe a keychain or a T-shirt. I just get them talking about themselves. It's with them. Have you ever heard that acronym before? What's in it for me? Everyone wants to talk about themselves. Yeah. So I just allow them to talk and ask open-ended questions and make them feel like family. Right. And I've bought cars on my own prior to being in the car business. So I have those stories. I can relate, express empathy, listen. But main thing, people don't want to tell their story over and over again. Right. So I listen, I get the story out of them, and find out what their true desires are, and I make it happen. When I was selling cars, I had people that wait for me 1 hour, 2 hours, just to work with me, and I'm always humbled. It's so shocking to see, 6 years later, and I'm still in the car business. It's amazing. I love it. Yeah,
that's dope. Let me hit the hype bell for that. So now you elevate. You've moved to a new department. All right, so now you're in finance. What was that like? What was that transition? How were you approached?
Okay, so I actually expressed my interest to level up with the organization. Okay. Let them know that my future plan is to go into a finance position. Finance managers always look really polished. They have on suits, they cufflinks. They look like they're handling business. I was like, I need to be in that chair. That needs to be my position. Right. But even with a college degree, you don't just walk into a dealership and land a finance position. You have to prove yourself. I was top earner, top producer in sales, so 20, 30 cars a month. And with $1 million ring, all of that. Okay. And with the success I had as a salesperson, that's what management looks at. So you have to exceed records, break records, and so I knew I wanted to be in finance, but at the time there wasn't a position available. So, or actually someone else had expressed their interest in being in finance, so they had to obviously give them that gentleman an opportunity first. And that didn't last, more time lapsed, and then I was approached about an opportunity of replacing a finance manager that was still at the store. So it was a little awkward, but nonetheless, I was like, I'm claiming that position. Okay. I didn't like that I was actually replacing someone, but hey,
the opportunity arose.
Yeah. Right. So the opportunity was presented to me, and it happened a lot faster than I expected. So they secretly started training me for the position. Oh, Lord. Sent me to one of our sister locations in Athens. So I started to learn the ropes, and came back from Athens for training. The finance manager I was replacing went on a short vacation, and then that's when they let
Wait, hold on. So they went on their own. They took a vacation and came back, and you was at the desk. They was like, I'm just. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
That's literally what happened.
Wow, that's crazy. So did they move them to a different department?
No, they parted ways.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, I got you. So you're just moving folks on out the way. Yeah. Right. At that point, did you realize how competitive that position was, though? Because they saw, I guess, the person wasn't delivering and they had to make a move.
I knew finance is always very desirable as far as a position. Most of the people that are in finance, they tend to stay. It's a honorable position. Yeah. you're not outside, selling cars, in the hot sun, looking for keys, going to the gas station. It's a very different role, a lot more responsibility. When I was selling cars, I was just responsible for the lady dealer. Now in finance, I'm responsible for generating revenue for the dealership, protecting the dealership, being compliant, and then most importantly, getting the deals funded from the lenders.
I got you.
Yeah.
Because some people, when they think of finance, they think of, this is just the middle person at the dealer between the customer and the bank, but it's really way more than that.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Makes plenty of sense. So you start making barrels of money for the dealership, of course, and this is what happens. And of course, you yourself also get to reap the benefits of that too. So you decide to share your story with the world.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
So I haven't released the title of the book. Should I tell them what the title of the book is?
If we're getting exclusive, let me just make sure everybody listening, we're getting exclusive information right now.
Absolutely. The first to hear it right here on Reec Radio. The title of my book is The Queen of Car Deals, How to Earn Six Figures as a Lady Dealer.
Let's go. Well, that X's me out. I can't learn it.
Well, I wanted a target audience because, that's my story as a woman.
It makes plenty of sense. Ladies need to be protected in a lot of different ways, and
Absolutely.
one of them is the sharing the wealth of information.
Right. I came in as an absolute novice. I knew nothing about cars other than I love cars. I love muscle cars, any exotic cars.
Okay.
But I had never sold cars before. So I was a complete novice with regards to paperwork, getting vehicles registered. Now, I did have a strong sales background, so that worked to my advantage. And in the book, basically, I am sharing things that I did as a novice, a true green pea in the car business, that made me successful.
Yeah.
Some things I had been practicing for years, so I put it in the book. A lot of other things I know I was doing right. I just it worked for me. Put it in the book.
Got you.
And again, it is universal information, so it's not gender specific. But like I said, I did need to, get specific on who I was targeting and speaking to. And I am a lady dealer. I was like, let me just make this for the ladies. So that's how that happened.
There we go. What's your feeling like when you first realized you moved $1 million worth of merchandise?
Very humbling. Very, very humbling. Because the price point of our vehicles, we have vehicles that are from $25 all the way to $100,000+. And when you're selling that many units, it does add up pretty fast. But I'm very thankful that the organization recognized that and allowed me to level up within that company. So I hadn't seen it done before there. They gave someone a shot, but it didn't last really long. So I am truly, truly grateful. Yeah,
that's awesome, because a lot of times we hear a lot of these horror stories in corporate America where they don't appreciate employees,
especially in the car business. Yeah, you hear a lot of that, but this organization, took a chance with me, and considering I did have successful wins or consecutive wins, they gave me the opportunity, and I love it. I love finance.
Nice. Yeah. What was your most memorable car sale?
There's so many.
One jumped out at you when you blinked just now. I could feel it.
So many. I love selling cars to Slaughter Gang.
Okay.
I have lots of support. I'm very grateful for their support. So from celebrities to even my everyday clients that come in and remind me, like, having a vehicle is a luxury. This one lady was so excited she had been renting cars and start crying right there in the office.
Wow.
And those type of stories kind of pull at your heart cord a little bit and take it back to the why of what we're doing. You're providing transportation. You're solving a problem.
Because nothing is in walking distance in Georgia.
Nothing. And that actually happened. That was recently. And she literally just burst out in tears. And I was like, oh, my God. There's so many stories. But those stories like that, where a single mom and having transportation, being able to take her children to school, get to work. So most of us have multiple vehicles. So we can't relate to, like, having a vehicle at all, or relying on other people to get move around. So it's very humbling.
Makes plenty of sense to me. The lady dealer is schooling us a little bit about her journey. I asked that because I know that's a big thing. When you can sell somebody a car and they really need it, they need to be able to get around, they need to move around, all that type of stuff too. So that's awesome. But you also have these glamour stories too. You selling cars to celebrities. Yeah. What was the most surprising car, I guess, is somebody, or the most, I guess, luxurious car that you found for somebody?
The most.
She like, it's so many. Had to get somebody
I like
with turtleback
when we
seats
get
one time,
when we have like limited editions, like the Daytonas, and we just sold the Jailbreak, which is like a 806 horsepower.
Something I never drive.
Yeah, muscle cars. I like selling muscle cars. Yeah.
See, you said it earlier, but now you're talking about jailbreaks. It's faster than your scat pack. So.
Oh yeah. I like selling muscle cars, but all the deals are unique and special to me.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. All right. So, what is your favorite muscle car on the lot?
Definitely would be a red eye, wide body Charger.
Okay.
Hellcat, red eye. Yeah.
So you got a lot of points on your license. I'm just playing.
You know what I'm like? Yeah, but wait, I don't.
Wait. That's awesome. All right. So. This book, we just released the title. Let me hit the hype bell. We first to get the title. Y'all didn't get it. We got it. I'm just kidding. Yeah. You releasing this book. What would you like to see happen with this book?
I would like to see more women in the car business. Recently, we have 2 other lady dealers that are selling at our store. And they have actually had the longest tenure, but it has been a revolving door. Sales in general is a profession that there's always a revolving door. It's a high pressure job, very demanding. It's a lot of work. But I've noticed a lot of women that come in, they don't last. And if you don't just kind of persevere through the beginning and push through, I mean, you miss out on a very, very lucrative, life-changing opportunity. So I'd like to expose more women to this industry. I would have never thought about going into car business had life not dealt me the cards that I was dealt. But I want to get this information out there so that even college students or high school individuals see. A lot of people, my blonde hair, blue eye brothers and sisters, many of them inherit this information or this profession from their grandfathers and fathers and things like that. So I want to get the information to our audience as early as possible, so that if plans of opening their floor plan, like their own floor plan, like you guys have, if that's a desire, there's grant money and all types of minority support in this business. But there's advantages of starting early.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can go all the way to the top to ownership.
Yeah, I appreciate that information because I know about 6 used car or car lots and brand new car lots, and all of them have been passed along at least one generation down.
Yes.
Just at least, and then some of them are 3 or 4 generations down. Yes. So I definitely understand what you're saying. So you kind of handing out that secret sauce, that cheat code to people to be able to understand the industry. So we appreciate
Absolutely.
that. Definitely. Absolutely. All right, now, just like you just said, you helping people, but you got a nonprofit in the works.
Yes. I'm very passionate about financial literacy. I was a single mother, and during that season, I should say, there was a lot of financial lessons, a lot of stumbling blocks, a lot of financial mistakes, and just things that, I was never taught. And so I'm very passionate about teaching financial literacy at all age levels. So that's sense. What the premise of the nonprofit will be about, is educating about financial literacy, the importance of financial literacy, earning money, keeping money, and managing money, keeping money, and multiplying it. So
that's it, changing the generational wealth like
Absolutely.
that. So I like it. I like it, passing those nuggets along. All right, let's go ahead and get into our game. We play a game called Fast 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you 4 questions. You answer them however you want to. It could be 1 sentence. It could be 1 word. Okay.
Okay.
It's actually gonna be Fast 5 because one of them is a double question. Because it's my show and I'm gonna cheat. All right. Favorite place to travel near the ocean? and eat.
Favorite place near the ocean? I would definitely have to say Jamaica.
Okay, that makes. Let me hit the hype bell for Jamaica. More fire.
More fire.
All right. Now, what are you eating? Where are you going to a certain place, or is it a certain meal that you're going to take place? Like,
oh, in Jamaica?
Yeah.
Definitely. I love seafood, so it'd be in the area of like a parrotfish. It's a very exotic fish.
Yep.
Prepared in an escovitch style with the little crackers on the top, all the vegetables.
I hear the accent coming out now. Right.
With rice and
and
peas.
peas. I knew it was coming. That's how you got ordered at the
With a
restaurant.
little manish water. So yeah.
There you go.
I like
it.
exotic.
That's the only selfish question I had. I want to know where to travel and what to eat. All right. All right. Next question, because you like muscle cars, so I kind of think I know the answer to this. But are you a roller coaster or a water ride person?
Am I a roller coaster or I like water rides?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm team water ride too.
Yeah, I like water rides.
I don't want to be going up all the way up.
I like roller coasters too.
I don't want to do that. My stomach and my throat. Nobody got time to deal with that. That's because you a adrenaline junkie. I can already tell.
I'm definitely a high adrenaline junkie. I went what is it tubing for the first time a couple years ago. It was fun over in Helen.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
Tubing. Yeah, that's fun too.
That was fun.
I got caught in the rock. I had to wedge myself out.
I didn't like the cabin, but tubing was fun.
See, I'm gonna hook you up with the cabin, the right cabin.
Okay.
You gotta get you a chalet. You look like a chalet person.
Yeah. That it sounds like my type of vibe.
Got a game room in there. Some
there
of
you
them
go.
have pools at the bottom on
Hot
the inside.
Tub. All of that. I need all that.
With my chalet link.
I would love that because this one was in the sticks. I was afraid for my life. I was just like, this is the camp life is not for me.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're gonna get you a chalet. We'll hook you up. So like, it's a little bit up the mountain. Some of them, right?
Okay.
But when you get in there, it's nice. All right.
Oh, that sounds
for all
like
those listening right now, you go to cedarcreekcabins.com and type Reece 10 to check out for a discount. It's not joking.
Cedar
you can
Creek?
do that. Yeah, Cedar Creek Cabins. So we
You
gonna
got
hook
that,
you
Lauren?
up. We gonna hook you up. All right, Pigeon Forge. That's what we gonna go.
That sounds like a plan.
Right. All right. So the next thing, you can go back and tell Michelle anything at 18. What would it be?
Manage your money. Manage your money. Invest in personal development. I've always been in personal development, but it's something that kind of launched later in life.
Yeah.
Be patient, manage your money, invest early. Invest early. Yes. I am an advocate for education, which is why I had my my college degree. I probably would have pursued entrepreneurship at that age too.
Gotcha.
Yeah, absolutely.
Makes plenty of sense.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Kind of skip the student loan part.
I feel you on that one. I use my student loans to get a house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was on basketball scholarship. I had no business getting a student loan. We just cash this check in and get a house. Right.
That's funny. So the stipend, that's hilarious.
Yep, there it is. All right, you get a dinner with 5 people. Who's there? What are you eating?
Floyd Mayweather.
Okay.
Michelle Obama. Probably Barack Obama.
Okay. You coming with Michelle. Michelle, I'm there.
LeBron.
Okay.
Number 5.
This is a nice dinner. Your daughter already gonna be there, so she
Adonal Foyle. I worked for his nonprofits. He worked for. He played in the NBA, but then he worked for Golden State for a while.
Yeah.
Very wise. Very wise. My first experience working with nonprofit organizations was supporting his nonprofit, which is the Kerosene Lamp Foundation.
Nice.
He's wise. Very, very wise.
All right, now that's a heck of a table. Let me hit the hype bell for that. Hey, listen, before we round this show out, let me give you guys a Reece peace of mind and thank our guests. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Having me.
Wonderful woman. She will be live soon, so you guys get ready. She's going to kick off her show right here from Media Campus West in another studio that matches her persona. And it's going to be very, very educational and entertaining. So make sure that you guys stay tuned for that. It'll be all over her social media, which is
The Lady Diller.
Yep. Tell you how to get to that money. So
That's
make sure
right.
that y'all stay tuned with that. And the Reece peace of mind and Pops knows best for the day is if you can't pay it forward, you're not going to be paying anything at all.
That's right. I love that.
That's exactly what you're doing. You're paying it forward. You got the information. Now you're putting a blueprint down for other people to succeed and build on wealth. So we appreciate you.
Awesome. I'm glad to be here. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much
Thank
for
you.
having me.
Thank you. Appreciate
You're
my guy
welcome.
Fred for introducing us. Frederico,
Yes.
FDL Train. He'll be up here too soon. All right, y'all keep it locked in. What we got our mix coming at you live on the Reec Show Live. And of course, you can go back on the video before this one and check out Collision and Drippy because we just had a real talk and they about to heat the summer up with something special. So y'all stay tuned for that. It's Reec Show Live. We gone.
Ow.